Hi, I want you to tribal fires and the podcast dealing with and looking at cultural material and objects that are in the Kayana gallery. And the kangaroo skins that we had made through Dumbartung and the women's healing program that Selena was running called Kurimara Quab was taking the knowledge and the preparation process and the creativity of how our old bush women from the Bibbulmun nations would, gather in order to, tan the hides of the kangaroo into cloaks. Our word for the kangaroo cloaks was a bookah. And a bookah is extremely significant and very important to Aboriginal culture. It, particularly in the southwest, kept our old people warm in the winter and cold months, and it kept our people protected, and every man and woman had a bookah. And the way in which these were made through Kurimara Quab, and we believe it was the first time in 180 years in Western Australia that a group of Aboriginal women sat down in the southwest and made these cloaks in the same way, again, as our traditional old women had made the cloaks. So this one here we made with ash from the fires with this beautiful emu oil and fats blended with, again, the ash and a reddish ochre. And as you can see, it's a beautiful colour. And these were, as I said, extremely significant to our people. And they were also part of our process of burials. Our people would be buried in the Bookahs, and so therefore they were sacred to the burial process. And that's why a lot of these aren't found in world institutions or museums throughout the country here, because again they were part of the burial process and went down with the men and the women to whom owned the particular Bookahs. Part of the cloak was to adorn numerous feathers of different bird life, and on some of the bigger cloaks we've got the feathers of the red-tailed black cockatoo, which we call in our language the karak. And those feathers, are stories that associate with the fire and the bringing of fire to our people. And when you look at the tanned part of the skins, you can see the most beautiful red colours of the earth through the ochres. And another materials that were used to soften and tan the cloaks was things like crushed wattle bark and barks, and also again the ochres and the emu oils. And again you can see the feathers. They were put together up the top by a small wooden peg that our old people called bindi bindi, clipped the bookah together so they would be worn for greater warmth and protection from the elements. And here are the beautiful feathers of the female red-tailed black cockatoo and the wadong, the crow. Yagan, White Jack Warrior,